What is going on, everybody? I'm the Bourbon Sipper, and today we have the pleasure of tasting some Penelope Rio. My guy Connor on Instagram was super nice and sent me a very hefty sample bottle of this. I have been trying to track down some Penelope Rio for quite some time now. Have had zero luck, and my dude came in with the hookup. So we're gonna see how this actually is. I have not been able to find a bottle of this in person. I've missed out on it twice that I know of, and I finally get to try and see what this is all about. So let's see what we got here. We are going to go ahead and close that baby up. I'm definitely going to savor this for a little while. Let's see what we got going on here with the nose, shall we? Wow. That's crazy. That is crazy good. Right off the bat. That is just amazing. It is like the honey aroma coming off of that just straight is super wild. I have not smelled a bourbon like this ever. So like basically what I'm getting is like some like a honey graham cracker, like pretty much is what I'm getting straight off the nose. A little bit of maple mixed in there, and almost like a strawberry cheesecake like flavor, on like a strawberry cheesecake aroma coming off of that too. This is not disappointing whatsoever for the nose on this bourbon. From the tasting notes I've seen everybody have on this and the reviews, I was pretty sure this was going to be a bourbon I would absolutely love. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and taste this guy, see what it's all about, and enjoy. Wow. That's my first sip of the night. It is Thursday, and that's amazing. I have not tasted a bourbon that is that smooth, that sweet, and quite frankly, that good ever. I mean, you get everything all in one. The honey comes off of that on the palate tremendously. Super smooth. And I believe the Rio is like 98 proof, and I'm fairly certain that he said this was batch 3, I think, is what he told me before. But oh my god, that's fantastic. Now we're going to go in for a second sip of this and see what else we can get, because that first one was super overwhelming with the amount of honey that you get on the back end. I love it. Some people might not, but that is like fantastic. Yeah. So I get a little bit of cinnamon, nothing crazy, but there is definitely a strong, it's very strange. I've never really tasted a straight up graham cracker. Or even like, honestly, like this, like the cheesecake kind of taste is what I'm getting there. Like if you were to eat like the crust of a cheesecake, that's what this thing tastes like. It tastes like a honey coated graham cracker, and it's quite frankly amazing. That's just astonishing that they can even put that in here. I knew this was going to be great and sweet. I also, in semi comparison, I do have a Widow Jane Decadence is what I have also, and compared to this, the Widow Jane is nowhere near as sweet, even though it's finished in maple syrup barrels, in my opinion. I have the 2023 batch of that, I think, like the last batch they made for that year, which is, I mean, it's okay. You get nowhere near the amount of sweetness on that you do with this baby right here, the Rio, and I cannot complain whatsoever about that. And then the nose, I probably should let this sit out for a while, but I did not. I just kind of wanted to dive into it. But the nose on this thing is fantastic. I definitely want a Penelope Rio now after having a sample. And this is going to last me for a little while, so I have to be very cautious on how much whenever I feel like having another sip of this. But thank you very much, Connor, for sending this to me. I sincerely appreciate it, along with the other things that you were gracious enough to send. Super cool. And on a scale of 10 on this, I would probably give this bourbon a 10 out of 10, because it doesn't give me any bad notes. It's a very solid proof point. I don't know if a higher proof on this bourbon would make it not as sweet and maybe not as pleasant. I don't know, but that's something we may find out in the future if they decide to release more with a higher proof. Possibly, I don't know. But at the moment, this would be a 10 out of 10 in my book for having I mean, this would go great if you're actually having dessert in the first place. But to not get off on a tangent there, 10 out of 10 in my opinion. This is super great. And we're going to finish this off and then sadly probably put this away in hiding for a little while, so I'm not tempted to touch it until I can actually find a bottle of Rio for myself in the future. So, but yeah, thank you guys for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers.